My beloved child, listen carefully. If you trust in God, type Amen. There is a sound in the Spirit that only your soul could recognize, a frequency woven into your heartbeat that only responds when heaven decides it's time. And right now, beloved, this moment is vibrating with divine timing. Archangel Michael is not just whispering, he is leaning close. Not out of urgency, but out of sacred honor. He's been waiting to speak into your silence, not with warnings, not with fear, but with a voice wrapped in gentle certainty. The thing you have been waiting for has been released. Approved. Seen. Touched by the hand of God. You don't need to do anything else. You've already done enough. You've already cried, already sacrificed, already stayed quiet when you wanted to explain, already kept walking when your heart felt like collapsing. You carried faith like a fire in your chest when everything around you turned cold. You didn't quit. You didn't break. You didn't lose yourself completely. And because of that obedience, even when it didn't make sense, something moved in heaven for you today. A door you thought was long sealed shut just opened in your favor. And heaven has sent its voice through Michael to confirm, this is your time. You will not have to beg for what belongs to you anymore. You will not have to guess if it's yours. God is not teasing you. He's not testing you. He's trusting you. And trust from heaven is the purest form of promotion. The miracle you've been fasting for, praying for, dreaming about but silently losing hope in, it has just been reassigned from pending to approved. No more delays. No more almost. No more not yet. The yes has been spoken. And it has your name on it. Michael says tonight will not end like the others. Tonight is not ordinary. There is a peace coming to your house that will not come through a person, a phone call, or a message. It will come as a stillness. A hush. A spiritual shift in the atmosphere. You may feel it as goosebumps, as tears, or as an overwhelming sense of something just changed. And it will be real. Because heaven moves quietly when it moves powerfully. Don't overthink it. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't scroll past it. This is not a coincidence. This is not just another message. This is a heavenly checkpoint, written in your destiny, long before you even asked. God orchestrated every detail to make sure you would see this in the right second. Not a minute early. Not a moment too late. Because this is the divine minute where your life turns. And Archangel Michael, warrior of light, protector of destinies, and carrier of divine announcements, was sent not to warn you, but to bless you. To reassure your spirit that you are not forgotten, not overlooked, not behind. You are right on time. And your miracle is too. So take this moment seriously. Let it rest in your spirit. Let it break every lie of delay that ever tried to settle in your mind. Let it rise above every "no" you've heard before. Because this time, God didn't just say yes, He sent Michael to carry that yes to your soul personally. And it's yours now. There are some doors in life you don't need to knock on anymore, because heaven has already whispered your name on the other side. Archangel Michael stands beside one of those doors right now. His sword is not drawn in battle today. His hands are not clenched. Instead, they are lifted gently in praise, because the warfare that once stood between you and your miracle has been defeated without a sound. What was once blocked is now clear. What once took tears will now come through quiet peace. And the very thing that has been held back for months, even years, is finally coming without resistance. This is not random. Heaven does not move randomly. This moment has been in divine preparation longer than you could ever imagine. Even before you were asking for it, God was aligning people, shifting timelines, preparing divine appointments, and removing things you never even knew were standing in the way. Every unanswered prayer, every delayed promise, every moment where you felt stuck, it was not a denial. It was heaven waiting until your miracle could arrive fully, safely, and completely in divine timing. And that timing is now. Michael is standing before you not as a messenger of fear, but as a witness of what's already been signed. He speaks to you now because something in the spiritual realm has changed in your favor. Not because you earned it by perfection, but because you held on when you didn't even have strength. You showed heaven what faith looks like in silence. What loyalty looks like when no one's watching. What surrender looks like when your heart is breaking but your hands are still lifted in trust. That's the kind of spirit God promotes. That's the kind of soul He crowns. And today, Archangel Michael has come to deliver the confirmation: you are no longer standing in waiting. You are standing in fulfillment. This is your confirmation that the long-awaited answer is no longer a concept. It's no longer a "maybe someday." It is now a part of your life's atmosphere. You may still see the same walls around you right now. You may still hear silence in your phone. You may still feel tired in your body. But in the spirit realm, everything has shifted. The clouds that blocked your promise are gone. The angels have been given assignment. The path has been cleared. And tonight, without you forcing it, a peace will settle into your space. You may wake up tomorrow with tears in your eyes and not even know why. You may feel a sudden calm when you expected chaos. You may hear your name mentioned in a room you never entered, by someone who suddenly sees your worth. These are not coincidences. These are miracles that carry your name in their wings. God is not giving you a partial blessing. He's not sending a temporary relief. He is restoring what was yours all along, but is now coming back in multiplied form. What you thought was lost is returning. What you thought would never happen is being whispered into motion. And what others thought you didn't deserve, God is about to place right in front of them with your name written in light. You are being honored in the Spirit. Not because of how loud you prayed, but because of how quietly you endured. And Archangel Michael was appointed to be your witness. Your testimony is about to change. Your atmosphere is about to shift. And all you have to do is believe that what's been approved can't be stopped. There is something sacred happening around you right now, even if your natural eyes cannot see it. Heaven does not always roar with thunder when it moves. Sometimes, it moves like a whisper in the wind, like a thought you almost missed, like a feeling that brushes across your chest without warning. That's what's happening right now. A silent yes has been spoken over your life by the mouth of God Himself. And Archangel Michael has heard it. That yes is not loud, but it's final. It's not dramatic, but it's unstoppable. It is soft like breath, but powerful enough to reroute the very direction of your destiny. Michael stands close to you today because he knows that you almost gave up before this moment. You almost believed the lie that nothing was going to change. You almost accepted that your miracle might be for someone else, not for you. But God would not allow your name to be erased from the list of the chosen. Even when you felt forgotten, He remembered. Even when your prayers were just tears soaking your pillow, the angels were catching every drop and lifting them like scrolls before the throne. You didn't need to shout. You didn't need to explain. You just needed to endure. And you did. Now, heaven responds. This miracle that is coming is not a random gift. It is the divine evidence that you were not crazy to believe, not foolish to hope, not naive to wait. You were right to hold on. You were right to pray when no one else understood your reasons. You were right to protect your peace when others tried to pull you into confusion. You were right to stay still when God told you to be silent. And now, in the stillness of this very hour, a breakthrough is stepping forward in your direction. There is a person who has been divinely stirred concerning you. They don't even know why they keep thinking of you, dreaming of you, remembering your words, missing your spirit. But heaven knows. God is moving on your behalf not just in spiritual ways, but through the hearts and minds of people connected to your next level. You may not have heard the news yet, but behind the scenes, your name is sitting in places you've never even walked into. It's on the mind of someone who holds the key. And soon, it will be in their mouth, and what they speak will open the way for everything to begin. Michael has not come to give you hope. He has come to confirm it. He is not asking you to wait longer. He is asking you to prepare. This is not about a dream anymore. This is about manifestation. It's not about a maybe. It's about what's already done. Heaven is not trying to make a decision about your life. it already has. And today is the day that decision starts unfolding before your eyes. So be still, but be ready. Be quiet, but be expectant. Tonight, something will shift. And you will feel it in your chest before you even see it in your circumstances. It might come through a message. It might come through a conversation. It might come through a random moment that suddenly makes everything make sense. But when it comes, your soul will know, this is the moment I waited for. This is the touch I was promised. This is the miracle I refuse to give up on. Archangel Michael is not leaving your side until it is complete. And it will be. Archangel Michael is standing beside you with a scroll in his hand, sealed with heavenly wax, carrying the words that have been spoken over you since the moment your spirit entered this earth. He is reading now from that scroll, not out loud, not in sound, but directly into your spirit, where the truth can never be stolen. And the words are not just a promise. They are a verdict. It is done, says the Lord. The delay is over. The enemy has been silenced. The chains have been shattered. Now let the doors swing open that were once closed. Now let the wind of divine restoration come rushing into the rooms of their life. There is a reason your spirit has been feeling restless. There is a reason your heart has been racing without cause. Because heaven is close. You are standing in the presence of something massive. Your timeline is no longer normal. Your path is no longer being directed by logic. You are in the zone of divine favor now, where things don't have to make sense to manifest. Where prayers become reality without explanation. Where tears turn into keys and faith becomes the currency of breakthrough. God has been watching how you've responded when no one was clapping for you. He saw the strength it took to be kind when your heart was breaking. He saw the way you kept giving even when you were barely receiving. He saw you loving people who had no idea how deeply you were hurting. And because of this, because of your quiet obedience, your humble loyalty, your refusal to walk away, He has decided that enough is enough. Now it's time for you to receive. There is a place where your name has been whispered repeatedly. Not in gossip. In grace. In reverence. In power. In God's counsel. In angelic meetings. Michael himself has circled your name. Gabriel has echoed your situation in the realm of light. Jesus has nodded in divine agreement that the fullness of your answer has reached maturity. And the trumpet has been prepared to sound, not in war, but in announcement, let the chosen rise. Tonight, something will try to distract you. Don't fall for it. Something will try to delay you. Don't allow it. Because by midnight, the spiritual gate will swing open and what has been hovering in the invisible realm will finally make its entrance into the natural. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to beg for it. You just have to be present. You just have to believe. You just have to say yes with your spirit and thank you with your heart. For God has declared it. And what He has declared no man can cancel. This miracle will not be loud at first. It might come like a phone call you didn't expect, a message that looks normal but carries fire, a conversation that opens a new beginning, or a small sign that unlocks your biggest praise. But it is coming. It is on its way like a bird with golden wings, carrying a letter from the throne room straight into your tomorrow. You don't need to understand how it will unfold. You just need to know that it will. Because God doesn't tease. He fulfills. He doesn't play with your heart. He protects it. And tonight, you are being surrounded, not by uncertainty, but by answers. Archangel Michael wants you to breathe slowly now. To unclench your worry. To remove the thoughts of who left, who lied, who didn't see your worth. They were never in control. They were only part of the preparation. The real story is beginning now. The page has turned. The light is shifting. And your name is glowing in heaven's realm like a candle that will never burn out. You were not skipped. You were not forgotten. You were not denied. You were reserved. And tonight, the seal of heaven is breaking over your life, and nothing, absolutely nothing, will stop it from pouring. There are no accidents in the spiritual realm. If your eyes are on these words right now, it's because heaven aligned this second with divine orchestration. It's because Archangel Michael has been kneeling near your name with a holy urgency, whispering into God's ear with unwavering devotion, "Father, this one has waited long enough." And God, full of compassion and endless memory, turned His gaze to you and said, "Now. Let it happen now." This is not just another message. This is not a coincidence wrapped in emotion. This is the breath of heaven touching your timeline. This is the space where prayer meets its fulfillment. And tonight, if you dare to believe, if you refuse to let doubt speak louder than destiny, you will taste something you have never tasted before. Not just a blessing, but the blessing. Not just relief, but release. The kind that untangles every knot in your soul. The kind that wipes the tears behind the smile. The kind that makes everything suddenly make sense. Archangel Michael has been busy preparing the path for what's coming. Every delay was marked and handled. Every hidden jealousy that worked against you was exposed in the realm of light. Every door that didn't open was documented by the angels, not as rejection, but as redirection. Because the thing you were praying for was never denied, it was being multiplied. And now it is arriving in its full, glorious weight. Look deeper into your life right now. Do you not sense something shifting beneath the surface? Do you not feel that divine silence that comes before a holy announcement? That quiet stillness is not emptiness, it's preparation. It's the hush that falls before God speaks. And when He speaks, things move. When He speaks, hearts open. When He speaks, miracles obey. And beloved, God is speaking your name tonight in a way He hasn't in a long time. Your house, your body, your environment, all of it is being rearranged to make room for something that has your name on it in gold. Not in ink. Not in whispers. But in heaven's language. The kind that cannot be misunderstood. The kind that cannot be misdelivered. The kind that cannot be delayed another day. What has been hovering over your life, circling you like a divine dove, is about to land. And the landing will feel like peace. The arrival will feel like light. The moment will feel like you've been touched by something eternal. Michael says this miracle doesn't care who didn't believe in you. It doesn't need permission from those who overlooked you. It doesn't need validation from those who laughed at your faith. Because this is between you and God. This is not public glory. This is personal fulfillment. The kind that wraps around your soul at night and whispers, "You were never forgotten. You were never behind. You were always chosen." So don't second guess what you feel right now. Don't minimize the excitement rising in your chest. Don't brush away that tug in your spirit that says, "Stay awake tonight, something is coming." Because that's your spirit recognizing what your mind cannot explain. That's the language of miracles. That's the vibration of answered prayer. And you are right in the middle of it. Before tonight ends, something will shift. Something will speak. Something will arrive. And you won't have to force it. You won't have to prove yourself. You will just stand still and receive. Because that's what grace looks like. That's what favor sounds like. That's what heaven feels like when it rushes in after a long silence. Archangel Michael is smiling now. Not because the battle was easy, but because you didn't quit. And now, because of that choice, God has decided, your miracle is not postponed. Your miracle is not pending. Your miracle is present. There is a sound being made in heaven right now, and it carries your name with it. A sound that has never echoed through the heavens before, because this time, it is announcing your miracle. This is not a recycled blessing or borrowed breakthrough. This is something designed entirely for you. Shaped by your tears, carved by your waiting, and molded by the way you kept trusting when nothing made sense. And now, finally, the one who saw you in secret is about to reward you in a way that everyone will see, but no one will be able to explain. Archangel Michael stands at the edge of this holy moment, his wings stretched wide over your timeline. He is not speaking with a whisper anymore, he is declaring with command. Because heaven is not unsure about you. God is not guessing when it comes to your destiny. He's sure. He's confident. And right now, He's excited. Not because you're perfect. Not because you always had strength. But because you never gave up. Even in silence. Even in storms. Even in nights where you wanted to. You stayed. And now, the reward is not just on the way, it's at the door. There is someone watching you right now who never understood your process. They judged your quiet, mocked your faith, rolled their eyes at your hope. But even they will have to say, this can only be God. Because what's coming is not explainable. Not predictable. Not earned. It's supernatural. It's grace. And it's carrying your name in bold. Michael says tonight is not just another night. It's a divine marker. A turning point in the spirit. Something sacred has reached its full term, and now it must be delivered. The labor is over. The delay is finished. The silence is breaking. The trumpet has been sounded, and what was once invisible will now become undeniable. The thing you felt but could not prove is about to walk into your life with evidence in both hands. You won't need to beg for it. You won't need to chase it. It will locate you. It will find you. It will embrace you.